Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay, and in this video I'm going to talk about why I don't think Star Wars Legion should go to 1000 points. Now, why is this a subject? If you don't know anything about Star Wars Legion, you might be like, what are you talking about, Jay? And I do, forgive me, you don't sound anything like that probably. But Star Wars Legion is 800 points as its default costing. That's the default game size. That's what the tournaments are supposed to run at, with the epic games at 1600. So you might think 800, I mean, it's a round number, obviously, isn't it? Last time I did a video like this, I said it's not a round number. It depends what you define as round. Are we just going to say like 800 is a round number, 900 is a round number? Yeah, I know, but there's just something special about multipliers of like 5 and 10. In the extent of like 500's good, 1000's good, was like 900's a bit wonky. So people, when you hear it's 800 points, a lot of people are assuming at some point it might go to 1000 points. If you heard a game was 80 points, would you eventually think it might go to 100? If you heard a game was 40 points, you might think it might go to 50. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So people are assuming it might go to 1000 points. I hope it does not, for a few reasons actually. But the main one is, now that I've played quite a lot of games, I actually think we don't need it. I like the fact that it forces you to make options when you're like, it forces you to choose things that you want. And reject things that you can't have in your list. Wow, that was really badly worded, but it's forcing you to make decisions on the things that you want because you can't have everything that you want. And that's a good thing for the game, I think. Like, it's not good to just be able to take everything that's good and be done. Like, if it was 1000 points, I could easily fit Invader and ATST and loads of troopers, and that would just be the list. Or, you know, once all the more stuff comes out, I could just fit in all of the best stuff, and I'm not forced to make difficult choices. And that's the thing. I've played enough games now to know, well, to believe that we have enough choice. I also like the fact that it really like limits your activations, which sort of keeps the game shorter. Like, you can imagine if I had an extra 3 or 4 activations and I have to think about them, I'm going to be, oh, I don't know what to do next. Like, this is not removed. They are still a problem with the game length. Like, when we go to events and stuff like that, sometimes the games are still taking more than 2 hours. That's not ideal. I would have liked it if possibly they tried to speed up the mechanics. Like, I wouldn't say get rid of suppression, but you know what I mean? Like, change the game in a way where the game could very easily fit into two hours. That's what I would have liked, but we don't necessarily have that. And if you increase the points, it's almost certainly going to take longer than 2 hours. It's already quite a difficult challenge sometimes to get the game in 2 hours. This sun keeps going dark when I'm trying to record. It's very annoying. UK weather. But yeah, so basically, tactical and strategy wise, you have to pick and choose what are the good things and what are the bad things. I like that. If you increase the points, that to me slightly goes away. The game length is possibly a little bit too high for my own personal taste, and I would like it to be as short as possible. And if you increase the number of things you can have, that is almost certainly going to increase the game length. Those are my 2 main reasons that I don't think it should. There are a couple of reasons why I think it could do. Like 800 doesn't sound as good as 1000. What I actually would have preferred is that if the game was 1000 points, right? We just agreed it was 1000 points, but everything got a 20% increase in cost. My maths might not exactly work out there, but you take the point. Like, if something was 80 points, then it could be 100 points, and the game itself could be 1000 points. Do you know what, like, and it would give you more granularity, whatever that word is, in the company for if they were pricing things. Like, they have more leeway because the points difference don't matter as much in the small amounts, that they can then pick and choose wider amounts. Oh, I'm having a really bad time explaining things in this one, but hopefully you can see what I'm trying to say. I just don't think that the game would be healthy at 1000 points. I think it takes away a lot of what makes the game good. I like the fact that I have to pick and choose the things that I want at the start of the game. I like the fact that I have limited resources on the table, so I don't just have like unlimited amount of activations. Like once things start dying, if my opponent's got 2 activations and I've got 5, well, I can really start dominating in the sense of like, I can make you go before I do what I need to do. And if you have loads and loads of activations, it's going to take a lot longer to get to that point. It's not going to be removed altogether. But those are my reasons why I don't think it should go to 1,000 points. I've played enough games now to be like, the game's long enough as it is. It's not exactly the shortest amount of game. And I've built, like, with more things coming, I can understand the temptation, because people are like, but I like my list now, I can't fit in the new stuff. You're right, you can't fit in all of the new stuff with what you've got now. You need to creatively change your list and pick and choose what you want and what you need. And I like that. I don't just want to be like, we've got more stuff, so let's increase the points. I think it's just going to extend the game. And I don't want that. Maybe that's just my personal taste. Let me know your thoughts. I do see a few commenters being like, I want it to go to 1,000 points, but why? Like, why? At the start, people have been saying we don't have enough diversity. So if we, the theory being that because we don't have that many units, that if you had a higher points, you'd just see more of the same units. So the idea being that once we get more units, it will allow you to have more variety. I don't buy that. I think like we're going to have the variety because you're going to have to pick and choose what you actually like and what you actually need. Whereas I think if you had like 1,000 points, you'd just see, again, more and more of the same kind of stuff. Unless we get like 5 years time, maybe. But my main reason is speed and how long the game takes. But let me know your thoughts. As I said, do you think the game should go to 1,000 points? Are you like me, that you would have wished that they just removed this as a question by making it 1,000 points and increasing the cost of everything? That would have been my ideal way of handling this problem. Then, you know, we'd never be having this kind of conversation. Like, literally, if that was the reason I started at the start being like, it's not a round number and all that kind of stuff. Like, if this game was 1,000 points, almost nobody would be asking, should it go to 1,200 points? Like, that wouldn't happen. So I wish they would have started like that and just gone with that. But, you know, I don't control the universe, but I possibly should control the universe. No, that would be a terrible idea. Everybody would just have to have like ice cream cones on their head and they would taste like ice cream. I have now completely lost the plot and no idea what I'm talking about. If you like this video, then do like the video. If you're not subscribed already, then please do. And as ever, have a most beautiful day and goodbye. Bye, guys.